I'm Lucy Hatton. I'm a GB sprint hurdler and this is my road to Rio.
Track Field 97 is on location here at the Hypack Centre in Loughborough, and joining me for one of the first of our many Road to Rio features is the lovely Lucy Hatton.
Hey!
And the European indoor 60-metre hurdles silver medalist. And Lucy, first things first, wasn't sure you're going to have purple hair.
I know. You know what? I'm on out of season at the moment, so rest in the body and rest in the hair. But I'm sure I'm going to be coming back with some vibrant colours, definitely. Look
forward to it. But so many sports stars do have quite a serious, clean-shaven image sometimes. I guess that's just you expressing yourself.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, I'm still a 20-year-old, and I think that's really important that I remember that. And I have to behave and act very serious at times of training. You know, I was road to Rio. I can't behave silly, but I can at least express myself for the way that I look. So yeah, definitely.
Back on track with athletics then.
On track.
This season's been so important for you, those personal bests that you've had, the indoor silver medal, and I guess you must have reached a new level in confidence.
Definitely. I mean, this season's been up and down, so it started off amazingly indoors, as you said, and I think I beat all expectations, and me and my coach just got it really on point. Definitely a move up to Loughborough was the best thing I've decided to do for my athletic career, and I started my outdoor season very well, but just picked up a couple of injuries. But when I look back, and I've closed the chapter now on 2015 season, I kind of decided that, yeah, I had some injuries and I missed out on Beijing, massive, you know, disheartened for that. But I've reflected and I've learned a lot of lessons, and I'm happy it happened in 2015 and not 2016.
Of course, you are still 20 years old, as you say.
Yeah.
And you mentioned there having to watch Beijing from home.
Yeah.
You are a fan of the sport, of course.
Love it.
What did you make of the sprint hurdles in Beijing?
It was, I thought it was a fantastic race. All throughout the heats, the semis and the finals, women were pulling up, falling over. It was just an absolute crazy final, and I wish I was there, but it wasn't my day. But well done to all the girls, and especially Tale coming in and getting a medal, because obviously we celebrated together for indoors when she got the gold and I got the silver. Had some time to get to know her, and she's absolutely wonderful. But unfortunate to Tiffany, just clipping that last hurdle, unfortunately.
Absolutely. I think what Tiffany showed though is it can be such a difficult event to really hook up and get everything right.
Yeah, definitely.
When you do, you make it look so easy, but I wonder...
No, the thing is, the beauty of the hurdles is it's very cut and dry, and you can have all your best, all your favourites on that line, but it's pressure at the end of the day, and I think Tiffany was under a lot, so she performed amazingly.
Yeah, we talked about pressure, and I know at the Great City Games in Manchester early in the year, we had Jess Ennis coming back, and you raced alongside her, and of course you had to deal with your own pressure in that way. And how did you find that? A
lesson. It's basically, I feel like these next few years are a lesson to me, and Manchester really was. That's a different type of race. The crowd are literally on your feet, literally on the line with you, and it was all about Jessica Ennis, and she's so amazing for what she's done. Definitely coming back from having a child, like, that's so inspiring, and everyone obviously wants to be there to see Jessica, and just dealing with that and hearing Jess's name constantly, I had to make sure I didn't allow that to get in my head, and I still had to make sure I stand on a line, and I was confident in myself, because I think 2 years ago I think I would have allowed that to crumble, you know. And don't get me wrong, deservingly it was the Jessica Ennis show, because she is incredible. But just as an athlete and a personal lesson, it's just learning how to deal with them pressures, and I think I performed quite well.
Absolutely, and you're someone that really appreciates those messages of support, aren't you? And particularly as you can tell us, you've turned to crowdfunding, haven't you? Tell us a bit about the decision.
The decision. So I just think with UK funding that it's never secure, and I can't be guaranteed on it, and it hasn't come out yet as selected. But I also when I reflect back and think about it, going on to that world-class programme is a really big responsibility, and I've never been on any sort of funding by British Athletics, and I kind of have to think, is it the right time for me? I know we're going into the Olympics, and I do need a little bit more financial aid and a little bit more support, but am I going to be able to deal with the pressure of the world-class programme? Is it the right year for me? Because I don't want to be making any hiccups. I kind of want it to be as smooth as possible, because I know me, and very well, obviously, and I am a worrier. And if I felt like something was in my control or I'm not used to, then I wouldn't ever want that to affect my athletics. So it's a decision me and my coach need to make. But I turned to crowdfunding, and I didn't even expect this reaction. Within 2 days, I think we hit 100%. I asked for £1,000. I estimate I'm probably going to need about 8,000 throughout the whole season. You know, things like training fees, costs, warm weather training camps. There's so much that goes on behind the scenes. I'm not going to talk about that today, but it just went absolutely crazy, and it's been brilliant. And it's not even just the donations, it's the personal emails, the kind words that people have said, and I'm a type of person that I really enjoy that, definitely.
Great, and I'm sure people really enjoy seeing you take something from that and appreciating
Hopefully.
that fan and athlete connection. So I guess talking about your event, what sort of things are you looking at with your coach that you think you can work on? Because we talked about it being such a technical event.
Yes. Well, I found the end in 2015, I didn't have, where I came back from injury, I didn't have the endurance. So it's definitely, we need to work on the endurance part of my race. So it's the last 30 metres. And just making sure I'm ticking over, I'm nice and fast, I'm technical, I'm getting my leg down on the ground, my reaction times. There's so many different things to think with hurdles. But first of all is World Indoors in America. I definitely will be aiming to get that, and it will go from there on the road to Rio, really.
And of course, you are still 20 years old, you are a student at Leicester and training here in Loughborough, and I guess that gives you a kind of a break, a distraction, and something else to focus on.
It really does. I can't involve myself 100% of the time thinking, breathing, living athletics. I have to keep myself entertained other ways. I'm doing my degree last year. Thankfully, University of Leicester tailored the course, so I didn't have to do my dissertation on the Olympic year, because I'm a very dyslexic student as well, so that has to be considered a lot. I'm nearly a nail technician, nearly qualified, so I keep myself, honestly, I'm a little busybod, and I love it. I love having things to do that day, because I know a lot of athletes, you know, you get back, you train and you rest, and don't get me wrong, there will be many of days I'll be doing that, but in the days that I can sit there and maybe do someone's nails or do my own nails or hair on my face, do my mum's nails, you know, it's just something to chill out, relax, zone out, because it's not always a time to think about athletics. And yeah.
But having one lecture a week means you have to make sure your attendance is good.
Oh yeah, no, they will know if I'm not reading or doing my work. So no, I have to be there Tuesday, 12 till 3. That's where I'll be in Leicester.
There's a message for you. You have to still stay on track with your studies at the same time. Yeah.
No, education's so important, and I don't want to lay all my eggs in one basket. You know, I want to have a career after this career. So yeah.
Okay, and then the hard work, proper training begins on Monday, doesn't it?
Oh, yes.
Daunting?
It does. Oh, well, it's just the beginning, and it's going to be an absolute blast. Definitely, can't wait.
And is Rio your big goal? Because also we have the great excitement of the World Championships of Athletics coming to London in 2017.
I think every year there's something major going on. And there's always the next thing, the next thing, next thing. And I want to make sure I slow it down, and I do enjoy every second, because it's only going to happen once. But I really want to go to Rio, so I know how it feels when I go to Tokyo and be medal potential. So I want, you know, the Rio is so important, so I know how the feeling is, what an Olympic Games is like, because I can imagine it's absolutely like no other. And so when I go to Tokyo in 2020, I know the feeling feelings and I kind of understand what's going on, and so it gives me the best chance possible.
You have that long-term vision of learning from the experience of a tournament before Tokyo 2020.
Definitely, it's important, it's key. It's managing the body, managing the mind, managing the person and situations, you know. So I might not even like the food in Tokyo. You never know, you know, it's all these silly little things, but they need to be considered and remembered, and yeah, that's it.
And what would it mean for you to make that Olympic team next year?
It's going to mean the absolute world, and it's going to happen. I really want it to happen, and I'm going to work really hard for it. Me and my coach, my physio and all the other people behind me supporting me, we're really going to do everything we can to be on that team, and I don't want to be left behind again. That definitely. I dealt with that for Beijing, and that was quite hard. I had to sit there and watch the race on my own, you know, because I didn't want other people around, because it's almost like I'm standing there watching where I could have been. And I've done it once, tick, not happening again. Hopefully not. So I want to be there, definitely.
Well, I guess you've come through that experience, and proper training starts on Monday. Hopefully you can build your confidence again, and we'll see you back to your best, and you'll be well on that road to Rio, and Track Field 97 looks forward to following you.
No, thank you so much for today, and yeah, I can't wait to share my story with everyone, and yeah, we'll keep it on the road to Rio.